As the title suggests, we're doing a world quest. And the reason why I'm gonna show it because it kind of ties in with Kanich story quest with Sanka. And then there's that small event for Saali. The spirit duffer got trapped in a forgot dream state or something. And to explain everything, basically an actor was acting strange, so they wanted us to look into it. And it seemed like the Astra, I think that's what those little pink creatures are called. They think that it was possessing the actor. And while we were doing that, we hired the spirit duffer to see what's going on. And it was funny that he planted carrots to use it as a medium to call on the spirits. Give me 1 second.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
So basically, found out it is true. There's some spirits. And then Saali
Many
comes
insects
by,
have a compulsion to follow the light.
because she
And
marked
humans are the same. Except we call that
Sanka,
light
who is the
hope.
flame abyss guy from back
Exploration and
in
trials.
Draizardgaming.
Adventuring is...
Let me show you real quick. Economia, that's what it's called. Yeah, Economia. A long time ago, we met him here. We mentioned our sibling and whatnot. Then in Kanich's story, he comes back. And then Saali, he's looking for the marriage of Vari. And
Right up
I
my
think this
alley.
world quest has something to ties with the marriage of Vari. So I think that's a good summary about where I'm at. Give me 1 second. Okay. Well, let's get started. And there is no voice actors, because it's a world quest, obviously. So I'll try my best to see what's going on. Hopefully it doesn't last that long. This is Pooh. We're good friends, Papa. Our mother are good friends too. We promised to build this resort together. How am I supposed to face someone with you like this? If your mother gets ticked off, she'll get my mother ticked off. And then I'll be in the firing line. If that happens, you better believe I'm gonna make it your problem as well. So for the sake of our mothers, could you at least answer me and let me know you're listening? As Tenochtzitoc gaze upon the vast burning plains, a turbid black tide wells up on the horizon. I'm gonna butcher the name, so forgive me. Alright, I guess I should tell you how our father are faring. Hold on. Huh? You're awake? It's that old lady. Papa, what is it? An old lady? What old lady? Silence. Hold them off outside. If you get any closer, the next time you will be seeing our mothers is from the inside of a coffin. Master Pule, we're here. This is Paimon. Wait, what's going on? You look terrified. Papar, he's awake. And you call my mother an old hag. Something wrong. His illness has gotten worse. Huh? I better go check on him. So this is that out-of-sort employee. Hey you, clothes off. Are you sure? He's definitely not one of the resort staff. Last chance. Get rid of that disguise or I'll make you wish you did. Hold on. Something's not right. Solly steps forward and tears away the costume, but there's nobody inside. All she left with is a no costume with a trace of lingering warmth. Are you kidding me? He got away? Oh, that must have been Sanka. What's going on? Was Tino hollow on the inside? No, there was someone in this costume, alright. But it looks like they slipped away just before we got here. Ah, darn it. It must have been Injo. I can sense the aurora of my mark on him. Injo is what he called himself during the Spirit Differ incident. Wait, so the Tino we met just now was on Injo in disguise? How long has he been playing us along? Probably since the very beginning. Wait, if that's not Pupar, then where's Pupar? Oh, Archon, I deserve the scolding our mothers are going to give me. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. Ah, I can't believe Injo tricked us again. We had to catch him. Traveler, it seems he fled in a hurry. My rival probably threw him off, which means he might have abandoned some things around the camp. Then let's go searching for clues. That old hag, she's even more of a nuisance than I am. Guess I'll just have to wait and see how things pan out. If Papar isn't in Tenno, then where is Papar? Got some apple. Oh no. That's interesting. A gigantic beast that appeared on the western side of Natlan 500 years ago, accompanied by other abyssal monsters. This body was like a mountain, and it devoured the tribespeople of Tenochtzitoc. Again, gonna butcher the name. An out-of-control creation identified as one of gold that once attacked and swallowed part of her body. Lacking in intelligence, its action was solely devoted to an instinct to devour. It is capable of infinite growth and is functionally immortal. However, unlike gold, other creations, its immortality does not stem from the power of life, but rather a more transcendent form of abyssal power that may be beyond even our order's understanding. Oh, so that immortal creature from... what's his name? Actually, I don't even have him. And I can't believe I can't remember his name. Where is he? Oh, I think he'll be down here. Oh, here it is. Albedo. He needed the flesh of the creature. Oh, there he goes again. I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. Sorry about this. There we go. So it ate a part of gold, which is Rhine daughter. That is interesting. No extant records suggest how the marriage could have disappeared, but it seems that all related information was erased along the Sea of Ash itself. The only explanation that remained to be made comes from the ancient legend. Thousands of years ago, a troop wandered through the lands. For flutes, they had swords, and for harps, they had bows. They performed for guests and also for both. They once traveled through the desert, and they also set foot in the blazing Draizardgaming, but mainstream history dictates that the Draizardgaming only appeared 500 years ago. Assuming the records of this ancient trope in their heyday are accurate, it may suggest that a temporal disruption phenomena occurred in the Draizardgaming. Temporal disruption? Time? Could the transcendent power of the abyss threaten even the flow of time? We found 3 reports, and they're all incredible. Andro failed to uncover the mystery of the Draizardgaming disappearance, which is good news for us, but his hypothesis is a little hard to believe. Bakunawa. Bakunawa? I think that's what it is. Of all the abyssal monsters that attacked Nyland 500 years ago, Bakunawa was the most terrifying. It was said to have devoured entire villages of tribespeople and could not be killed. Even when it beheaded or had its body chopped into pieces, the remains would somehow continue to grow, seeking each other out and eventually forming a new, revitalized Bakunawa. When the thought it was finally defeated then. Through Tenochtzitoc sacrifice, he left Sanja perform Phlogiston engraving on his body in order to unleash the power of Order spell. Then Tenoch allowed himself to be eaten by the beast? Oh, this is the name bearer of Auron's name. Is one of his ancient ancestors. With Tenoch's body as the ritual offering, Sanhaj summoned a miniature Ninth Kingdom inside Bakunawa's belly? Oh. Or was it Sanhaj, Auron's previous name bearer? Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. The clash between the power of the abyss, the lore of the night, and Tenoch's spirit in Bakunawa's body led to a violent explosion that shattered the monster into innumerable pieces. Yet even so, those believe it never truly died, and that its rebirth was merely suppressed by the chaotic energy released in the blast. If the right conditions are met, the beast's remains could potentially still grow into a new Bakunawa once more. We found... okay. It seems like Enjo memorized our map after he snuck a peek at it. This is his redrawing of it. Judging by the marking, he must have found his destination. But so why didn't he do anything? He just wasted his time out here putting on a show. Given the cunning he displayed so far, I doubt he did it without purpose. His act must have been necessary for him to break through certain obstacles. Now that we read all 3 reports, what should we do next? I try to make a voice, but I don't know. Let's go to the place marked on the map. Good idea. It looks like we're pretty close. Just have to figure out what the Abyss Order is up to. Let's head out. That is very interesting. Might have to revisit the past stream to figure out what's going on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that portal right takes us to the Mirjirari. Looks like we reached the end. What's this? It looks familiar. That's a mystical art embedded from the Master of the Night Wind. How did it end up here? I might think we're seeing those around. It can transport arts to other places, right? That's correct. Our tribespeople use them to transport themselves to the Chamber of the Weaving or the Sacred Altar of Inamic Lands. But this one doesn't lead to either of those places. Evidently, where do you think it goes? The only people who know where it leads are the spellcaster and anyone else who used it. Mortrin looks like this implement too old to work. Too old? So old that its spirit has long since dissipated. I doubt that Indro Brat could have found a way around this either. Is there a way to, repellish its spirit? To make it work again? There is a way, but every spell counter is like a different lock, each needling their own key to open. I'll have to figure out the structure of this implement lock before we can get it up and running again. Just like that? Wow, Sally, you're amazing. Obviously, look up my name in the Nightwind dictionary. You'll find 3 words. The real Shadil. The real Shadil. Shadil? That doesn't sound like a real word to Paimon. Of course it is. It means a shaman who's the real deal. What about the definition of Auroron? A Kocham? A shaman whose skills you cultivated? No, a shaman who cultivates vegetables. You didn't write this dictionary yourself, did you, Sally? That's enough jokes for now. Just give me a moment to look at. Wait, who goes there? We were followed? Wherever you are, come out with your hands up. Oh, it's just some Asha. You scared Paimon half to death. She thought it was that awful Injo guy. Odd. Why are these Asha following us? Maybe they like us. Oleg told us that the Ashas are the benevolent souls of the Mirjirari. They're friendly sorts. You mean how benevolent soul is one of the ways to interpret the word Asha? I heard that said before, but it doesn't solve the mystery of why they follow us all the way here. Hold on, I think I got it. Maybe they're not just being friendly. What else could it be? Maybe they're after something Maybe they're after something we're carrying. If they're the benevolent souls of the Mirjirari, it makes perfect sense for them to be drawn to it. Do the honors, traveler. Take out Sanja relic. Okay, yeah. Sanja is Auroron's ancient name bearer long ago. And then Tenjo. Oh, he must have been the leader of the Master of the Nightwind? Probably. Sunhawk's relic? Oh wow, Yashas are really happy. They must have seen Sally take it out just now and followed us ever since. A reunion after all these years? What? What are they doing? The implement, it activated again? But how? Aha, it seems the Ashas were the key we needed for the lock. You might not know who's left the implement behind, but the place it points to must have something to do with the Mirjirari. Should we go and take a look around? Only if you're both ready. We can't wait too long. That brat from the Abyss Order is going to catch up to us sooner or later. Yeah, let's go. I'm a little worried about this one, but okay, let's go. Where are we? Wait, isn't this like Moeka's? 'Cause I remember sitting on that throne in like the trailer on YouTube. I was unaware of such a place exists in Natlan. Huh? I can't believe even Sahali doesn't know where we are. Alas, my connection to the while up, has been severed. Up. That's how you say it. What does that mean? It seems we're probably not in Natlan anymore. Huh? How? We were in the resort just a few seconds ago. I'd explain it if I could, even though I can't sense the up anymore. I can still sense the Night Kingdom present. That doesn't make sense. Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some answers. Better than standing around and gawking. Let's move, but be careful. Yeah, because it even has the 6 tribes up here. Sorry about that. Yeah, the scions on the canopy. I think it's like something spring, I forgot. Children of the Echo. Master of the Night Wind. The Cliff of Plenty, that's that one. And the Flower Flutter clan. Oh, it's their weapon. Okay, interesting. To the giant Tupac. Oh yeah, okay, interesting. To the brave Menelik. I'm gonna butcher these names. To the chief of the mines, Sun Achata. Oh, and we just got we got Sanjat's relic. That's weird, there should be a weapon here, right? There are words carved in the back of the stone. It belongs to Sanhaj, sorry. This was Sanja's weapon. Where did it go? Ah, could it be the relic? Let's put it here and see if it does anything. To the young Bertina. Oh, I remember that name. To the great runner Wanjiru. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take a picture. Oh. I gotta touch stone. Look, the sea in the center is glowing. Traveler, do you want to try sitting on it? That's not a good idea. Traveler, Paimon, where are you? Traveler disappeared after she sat on the pedestal. Did she get transported somewhere else? Ugh, it's too dangerous. Gotta follow her. Wait, no way. I'm the only one who knows what happened. I can't just rush in after them. The Z-Metal can't stray too far from me either. If we all get trapped inside, we're dead meat. But I can't just walk away. The abyssal rat could show up at any moment. Can't let him threaten Traveler and Paimon. This is bad. I have to find a way to inform Aweka, or at least leave a message that can be passed on to her. Oh my, I'm sorry to be a bother. May I ask if this is the hotel, the Sacred Flame? What stylish chair it has. When it rains, it pours. It's him. Oh my, could it be? The fearsome Granny Easley, the one who's been chasing me everywhere. When did you get into the customer service industry? Abyssal rat, still running that rodent mouth of yours? Is this another one of your schemes? I admit that I can be somewhat loquacious, can't pronounce that, and I adore a good scheme as much as the next abyssal rat. But this is my first time visiting this tall, dry establishment. I thought I'll be able to reach the Miradrari through the woven scroll. Who would have thought it would take me here? I guess this is what people mean when they say it's a small world. Oh my, I must be disturbing you during your shift, Granny Italy. I shall take my leave. See yourself out. Ah, you're really letting a perfectly good customer go? Won't this look bad for your key performers? Indicators? Granny doesn't have time. Granny does not have... Yeah, Granny doesn't have the time to entertain you right now. So please get your sorry hind out of my sight. Of course. I don't suppose this has anything to do with Traveler Mysterious absence. We're old friends, you know, me and her. I just thought I should say hello, seeing I'm here. Or perhaps I could draw your attention to her familiar scent left behind on that chair over there. May I investigate? Wow, scent? I guess I was wrong about you. Rather than a rat, you appear to be the traveler's abyssal mutt. Why, I am most offended. Such vitriol from the mouth of a dear old lady, no less. You mistaken me. I'm just so touched that a little lost dog would travel thousands of miles to reunite with its mistress. It's enough to move Granny to tears. Well then, it's a pa. Let the mangy dog perform his tricks. Oh, that's adorable. Well, you have been taught how to sit, surely. Or do you need a treat to coast you out of you? Like a dog food. I must admit, as a representative of the Abyssal Order, I am slightly perturbed by your sudden change in attitude, Granny. Not a dog, but a scaredy cat instead. The Abyssal Order can't possibly be full of cowards like you. No wonder they stuck wildly in Melocrity? Can't pronounce that. Sorry. Think not of my incompetence or as something all my colleagues possess. I am, as you first said, merely a rat subject to the mockeries of others, being cautious how a rat survives, no? So just to be sure that I'm not about to walk into a trap, how about we make a deal, Granny? Puphar, the employee who was role-playing a hero, is currently safe. May I exchange him for, say, patches to the Miradrari? As long as I can reach the Mare unhindered, I can guarantee that Puphar will return to his friend, and all will be well. What do you think, dear Granny? And what exactly do you want to do in the Miradrari? The elderly should know better than to hover over the shoulder of the youth, prying into all their personal secrets. Such flattery speech. It's a pity I can't be bothered to commit it to memory. However, you do best to remember every word I'm about to say. That seems a little unfair. Isn't it the duty of a grandson to listen to their granny? Keep those ears peeled, lest I peel them off your head. The throne behind me leads to a place none of us know about. If you want to go there, you best become as compliant as a Dakao capybara. Aww. No vandalism, no hurting the flora. Find Traveler in Paimon and ensure their safety. Understood. I swear on Traveler's name to do as you say. You young people are always so keen on swearing oath. As for an old-timer like me, I prefer a safer approach. I just need you to cooperate for a moment. What do you mean by cooperating? Hush, hush, my little grandson. This won't take long. It's Papa, hold him down. Ooh, that's cool. Where the heck are we? We just touched the stone thing and whoosh. Now we're here. And Sally is nowhere to be seen. This place looks like the Night Kingdom. Sally says she could sense the Night Kingdom's presence just now. Maybe this is why. But why are there traces of this here? Maybe we get rid of them already? Maybe this isn't Nadlin at all. Looks like Nadlin, but it's not Nadlin? Looks like the Night Kingdom, but there's no Y-up connection. And the Abyss is still around. What? Paimon's getting scared. I just thought of something. What is it? Sunhonch once cast a border spell. Huh? Are you talking about the mini Night Kingdom he summoned? Would that mean that Merijavari is right in front of us? We don't know unless we look. And let's be careful. Ooh, there's a treasure. Multiple rifts have appeared in this unstable space, resembling the Night Kingdom. They appear to be connected as though travel through one will lead you to another. Okay. Ah, that's funny, I can't even reach them. Ah, that's how it works. So it's gonna be a lot of teleport. Oh no.
Burn it! Show no mercy! Control breathing! Start the clock! Wrath from the sky!
Huh. Really? That's funny. You're really gonna make me work for that last one, huh? Ah, I see. And of course.
Bring it! Rise with the sun!
Lolling, eat Papa!
Pyroclastic surge!
I know the quality's gonna be bad when I fight, so please bear with me.
Light it up!
Fulfill our pact! Quick as a flash! On my mark!
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
These floaty little guys, they won't jump at us out of nowhere, are they? Will they? Oh,
The flames have gone out.
that's not great. I mean, to be fair, it was my fault for going near them. Luckily, I got a lot of chicken. Let's see what
Show
happens.
no mercy!
Also, it is true. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to do that again. Where are we now? Whoa.
Burn it down!
Whoa, I don't think she heard a terrifying roar. This must be the marriage of Vari. This makes us true legend among adventurers. Whoa. God, that's so cool. Damn, look at this place.
Rev the engines!
I was hearing things. Someone calling us? Traveler, Paimon. Hey, someone calling for us. Sound like Sally. Oh, she took over his body. That's hilarious. Okay, I found you at last. Enjo, it's me, Sally. Sally? Well, long time no see, Traveler Paimon. I have to admit, this isn't what I thought our reunion would look like. He's gone back to being Enjo again. Hearing the voice of that old hag came out of my youthful youth is beyond mortifying. Shut up before I make you. Are you okay, Sally? I'm fine. My body's back in the main hall. I use a spell to attach a part of my spirit to this fool's body. This way I could put him to good use. Whoa, Sally's amazing. I can't even believe she can actually control Enjo's body. Don't let her fool you. She's not that powerful. I'm only letting her do this because I cut a deal with her. A deal? So you sold your own body? In a partial, temporary, and limited transaction. One that allows me to ensure your safety and keep him from threatening us. Anyways, I'm glad you're safe, both of you. Here, this is Sanja's ritual sword. The Calamity of Ishu. I borrowed it from the chief before I set off from the Master of the Night Wind. Since we don't know much about this area you're in, it's probably best to keep it close at hand just in case. Oh, this is what he used to summon the Night Kingdom. What a rare and precious treasure. I don't suppose it'll be a problem if I just touch it for a moment. In your dreams, we're holding onto this. So stingy. Don't you know that I was the one who found a relic used by Sanja to open up his passages? I didn't kick up a fuss when they fell neatly into your hands, did I? You could learn a thing or two from someone with my magnanimity, Paimon. Traveler, Paimon really wants to give this guy a good slap, but she doesn't want to accidentally end up hitting Sally. Slap away, it won't hurt me. Well, excuse me, I'm just a clerk. I never hurt a soul. Is the crime of my wanting to come here and have a look around really deserve such unjust violence? He's not wrong. Papar wasn't hurt, I checked. But we were tricked. He hurt our feelings. I fully sympathize, Paimon, I do. As you can see, I now have an old hag glancing around in my brain. If that isn't punishment enough, I'm afraid you might as well just kill me. Sounds good to me. Itu, traveler. I thought a hero of your acclaim was to say something in my defense. But here you stand, posed to strike me down like with a clove blade? As long as it doesn't affect Solly. Well said. Let's stop talking about this. Present circumstances dictate that we should be trying to work together. Reminds Paimon, since when were we even a team? This is the Mare Javari. It's not like we have a choice. We've been in the same boat since the very start, and our enemies are the metaphorical sea and its storms. You all see that scary creature just now, right? Although it is also my first time laying eyes on it, my wealth of wisdom tells me that this was likely Bakunawa Permission. If we don't deal with it, it'll eat us. If it eats us, it'll get stronger. If it gets stronger, it'll escape into Natlan and continue eating until there's nothing left. Bakunawa? That's the monster that Tenoch and the 6 heroes of ancient Natlan fought against. Wait, didn't they defeat it? You wish. The worst part about the beast is that it has even stronger immortality than the rest of gold creations. Its premition is not simple hummus or chalk. The power contained within it was something that even gold and the Abyss Holder couldn't harness, a power that can corrupt even the passage of time. Betty also mentioned something about the contamination of time in the Mare Javari, so this monster is the one behind it? We did encounter a fair share of obstacles on our way here, maybe because people were trying to keep Bakunawa from escaping through the seal. Is that why the mare disappeared? Wait, didn't we break the seal by coming here, did we? Let's just assume that we're in a different time from Bakunawa for now. And how are we gonna get home? Our path is clear, Paimon. If the problem lies in Bakunawa's permission, then in the name of the Abyss Order, we must slay the beast. Why are you acting like a good guy all of a sudden? Take a side and stick to it, will you? Perhaps you were more well-read, you would understand. The new Tide anthology states that principles are defined by their flexibility. Flexible principles are to be flexible. In any case, this time has come for us to fight. Okay. Scorned by the ravage of time, the power of the Wayub still harbors within the calamity of Ishu awakens, as though sensing the presence of a nemesis from 500 years before. Use his power to defend against Bakunawa's attack. After successfully fending off a special move, the Wayub will unleash his powerful counter blow. Okay, I remember this. Once struck by the Wayub's counter blow, he'll be paralyzed, seize his opportunity to unleash a power of calamity of Ishu and attack Bakunawa's weak spot for chance to sever its limbs. Attacking with the full power of the calamity of Ishu when Bakunawa is at its weakest to thoroughly defeat it, though as legend tells of a terrifying monster's power of revival, remains to be seen if it might one day rise again. Okay. Sorry about that breathing. Takes a lot. This guy is way too big.
Rise with the sun!
Wow, it is too big. should have parried that attack, then, shouldn't I?
This again.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that's awesome.
Bring it.
Fulfill our pact!
Once again, hit me, man. Hell yeah.
Get to work!
Oh, they have eyes on me.
The end of our legacy.
Okay, I get it.
Show no mercy! Get to work!
Did we win? I knew no matter how powerful the beast Bakuno was, it would always fall short of the might of Traveler and and us, basically. Did we get rid of it? Ooh, we're awesome. That's the biggest bad guy we ever taken down. Judged by the potency of the energy we just dealt with, that may only have been one piece of Bakunawa's body. Oh. But even if it's only one of many, I'm sure it will left something useful behind. Let's see. Stop right there. You heard her, Injo. Stay put. What's this now? Are your companions not but arrows in your quiver? If it's only to be strung, shot, and then abandoned. Traveler, remind me, who was it who dealt the crucial blow in Bakunawa's just now, Is this how you treat the backbone of your team. Backbone? Keep dreaming. What exactly are you after? All that is unknown etched itself into the desires of my soul. The corpse of Bakunawa may be laden with ancient treasure it once devoured. Surely such artifacts will be priceless. Try harder. You've been hunting for clues about the Magic since Travel's arrival in Natlan. There's no way your end goal is something so vague. You can't lie your way out of this one, Injo. What secrets are you hiding? We're not giving up until you spill the beans. Lie? Why, I'm not lying at all. But since you insist, I'll grace you with a story. Many years ago, there existed a kingdom in a broken land. The king was wise and powerful. He loved his people and was beloved by them. Later, when a powerful enemy attacked the kingdom, the king sacrificed his life to save it. On his death, his most steadfast followers succeeded him. Yet even still lurked in the shadow. Its creeping corruption poisoned the new king. Once more, the kingdom was plunged into torment. Sorry about that noise. Civil war broke out across the kingdom, splitting into factions. The wicked king was slain, and his people were exiled from the land. These exiles split into two different groups. One chose to accept their exile and abandon their homeland forever. The other group refused to leave until they were allowed to settle down elsewhere. Ibai in the most barren and remote part of their nation. They live in neglect for millennia till darkness returned once more. The kingdom was still divided, and these exiles were the first to raise their weapon. Although they were disputed, not a single one of them retreated or fled. With the same stubborn spirit that bade them never abandon their homeland, all those years ago, they fought and died until at last only one remained. You're not gonna tell us you're the survivor? You're not gonna tell us that survivor was you? Seems like eating too many slimes really can make someone $8. I was just guessing. Where are you getting off being so mean? In any case, that man's name was Tenoch, and the lost settlement was known as Tenochtitlan. His people were warriors who held power of Anemo. Some people named the place where their bones were buried the Windless Land. Oh. While their brothers and sisters, who 500 years before departed their homelands, headed to the true land of winds, there they were known by another name, the Mer-Ants. However, that story is for another day. Does that mean you're one of these Moranton people? Really? Isn't he lying, Sally? Now she's so loudly, or you'll kill off our dear traveler brain cells. As for your beloved Granny Italy, she could no longer respond to you. What did you do to her? Nothing of consequence, I merely drove her away. Stories all have a purpose, and I thank you for taking the time to listen to this one, as it allowed me to familiarize myself with some of Bakunawa's power. From now on, that old hag shan't be bothering us anymore. You sneaking, lying, scheming, evil abyssal rat. Festival principles. Festival? Right. See, this is where your problem lies. You never listen to what others have to say. Who exactly are you? What's your objective? Traveler, I have seen the glory of Vengor Parish buried beneath the snow. I witnessed the sun children dancing in their white night, and beheld the magnificence of Gurabal submerged into the sea of sand. I had touched the vessel of flesh and blood in the Moshi ceremonial site, the broken Colossi of Muria. Oh, that's from Solali. No, that's from... Sorry. What's that place called? Sumeru Fontaine. Interesting. And brushed my fingers across the soil colors of the memorial in the vacuum complex tower. I know how most that old atrocities was overthrown. How the people of Liyue began the great migration of the Guwai Assembly, and how the loyalists of Orabok fought against the disciples of Narukami. I even know how the people of Tenochtitlan perished in battle, and how the Marathons left for a distant land. But none of these places in my memory belong to me. They are like shooting stars, merely fading across my skies with a spark, then fading away into nothing. So you're talking about all the world quests we've been through. Traveler, Paimon, I serve the Abyss Order, but the Order is not my home. What about you two? Where is your home? Ah, so you cannot answer that. Or perhaps you do not wish to answer. Very well, I will be heading deeper to continue my investigation. Maybe we shall never see each other again. But know this, traveler, without the power of Bakunawa, you will never be able to enter the true Meridiari. Allow me to leave you a final parting gift. A flower? What is this? This is the flower that blooms in flames. Until the day that the fire turns me into ashes, you shall see the glowing ember on the flower shining through the dark smoke. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, you're called Injo, right? If you find any secrets, remember to come back and tell us, or at least give us your name, your real name. Running easily? Why, I swore I have driven you away. Me? By the likes of you? Brand just wanted to see if you had any other parlor tricks up your sleeve. So that's how it is. Granny will always be Granny. I apologize for my hubris. If that day does come, I promise I will. And with that, I bid you farewell. You monuments on my journey until we meet again. If there truly is a homeland I have forgotten, could it be within this realm of smoldering, shattered time? Really, that's how it... That is cool, but also... What the hell? You're back. Are you both alright? We're okay. That's a relief. I couldn't see what Injo was up to. Unreadable to the very end. Now that I think about it, when Injo was hiding inside Tenochtitlan, I don't think he was able to enter this place. But he knew you would come, and he planned to use you. Naturally, he was certain you would somehow find a way. But he didn't bet on Solly showing up, which threw a wrench in his work. He always knew this guy was like the other Abyss Order goons. We always knew this guy wasn't like the other Abyssal Orders. Give me 1 second. Okay. The Paimon never thought he had so many secrets, and asking for answer only left us with more questions. Just like this place. I'll check with Moeka. I have a feeling she knows something about this place. I let Citolin scout the area, and it found a stone tablet behind the temple. It just so happens that there was some names written on it. Names? Some of them have been eroded beyond recognition, while others are barely legible. They are the names of the former Pyro Archon. Huh? I have an inkling this place may have been put together by the Pirate Archon 500 years ago. They must have made a deal with, or at least temporarily contain, Bakunawa, but the exact method they use are still a mystery. Anyway, I appreciate if you don't tell anyone else about this, for now at least. Then, can we keep looking around this place? Of course, but you shouldn't stray too deep, especially you, traveler, got that? The spirit trace I left on Injo seems to have been consumed by a strange power. Whatever wrong with the Meridavari, we're definitely not equipped to handle it right now. I need some time to look into all this, of course. If I learn anything useful, you'll be the first to hear about it. Is there anything else you'd like to know? How's the employee who was acting up earlier? Papar? He's fine. Injo told me that he's previously disguised himself as a tourist and adopted the name Honey. He then approached Papar and the two of them really hit it off. In the end, Injo fed Papar enough food to knock him out. A Tankosaurus. He's probably still snoozing off in the corner of T-cell somewhere. Classic Injo. I should really be heading home. For a senior like myself, this excursion have been a headache and a half. Thank you, Solly. I didn't ask for anyone's thanks. But well, if you really want to express my gratitude, remember to come and visit your granny more often, okay? That is crazy.
Not bad. It's all yours.
Let's see what we can find in here. Oh, they were kidding about more stuff.
Not bad. It's all yours.
More recent booklet contains just a few more elegant and joyful words. Task complete. Now I sing. Isaja. Aw, that's cool.
All right.
A badly damaged, wind-worn booklet, with only a few words still legible. Seal the border, contain the Meridavari, not a task for just one generation. My time runs short. Put my thoughts in the sacred flame. Remember, you who follow Kochana. I wonder if there's gonna be more books. Oh, that was dumb of me.
Try and stop me!
All right.
Ah, of course. I thought you'd get up there, but they won't let me. Must be the other three heroes. Oh, really? A weather old stone tablet. The inscription is nearly illegible, but a faint name can still be seen at the bottom. Oh, this must be the other hero. Kinogozi has been gone for over a decade. Great victory. Built this shrine. Honor the fallen. Aww. It's just a shame that the other two tablets are legible. Bakunawa revival? Before the return, must block the Meridavari. Hold back the black tide. If I fail and fall, let those who come after blow Harry. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if we could go back and visit that place. I'm gonna check real quick. Oh, are you kidding me? Interesting.
Bring it!
Burn it down! Try and stop me!
Interesting. Whoa. I thought I could punch him. Yeah, where's this white light coming from? Oh, really? I was hoping I could take a picture.
Rev the engines!
I knew there was a stone tablet here. I cloaked the enigmatic land and shroud this palace. Only the legacy of heroes may awaken. True vets. I think that's it, honestly.
Light it up!
Oh, so you could probably come here and visit at any time. That's pretty cool. Now I'm back here. Interesting. Well, since I still have time, let's go to this place. This is where we're gonna meet Yelan in her new outfit. Wonder if it's gonna have any voice. Oh look, there she is.
Wait, the person drinking tea over there. Isn't that Yelan? Oh, looks like she's having some kind of tea party with friends. We're just in time.
Wait, something's not right. There are eyes on this place, and not that friendly kind either.
Aren't we gonna go say hi?
Well, Officer Edler, after all that work, I think we've got them this time. Might take a few days to wrap up things in the field. In the meantime, I think you've earned yourself a break.
Much appreciated, Miss Yelan. This case really took it out of me. 13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost start to hope a few were innocent, just to balance it out. I'm just glad we finally took down these crooks. Anyway, I'm gonna drop in on that old classmate of mine in Chaoying Village and reminisce about old times.
Don't forget to take some tea and dim sum back to your friends at the Maison Gardiennage.
Oh, looks like Yelan's friend left. Paimon kinda wanted to meet her.
I have a bad feeling about those two onlookers. Yelan must have noticed them, right?
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Traveler, Paimon, take a seat. Excuse me, a pot of your finest Yunlai white tea if you would. And 2 more place settings.
I'm so glad they brought her voice back.
Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the 2 spies that were just watching us.
Ah! Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
The 2 of them were definitely up to no good. They eavesdropped on your conversation with your Montanian friend.
Oh, more than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler. Anything to foil our operation.
Oh, so you're tracking down some criminals? They've got some nerve spying on you like that. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon.
Well, those tend to be the kinds of cases that cross my desk. If I could leave it to someone else, I would. I could have been on vacation right now.
If you had to handle it yourself, I guess it must have been pretty serious.
Mora laundering, to the tune of 10 figures and counting.
Oh, must have been the, what's his name? The Regrator. He's all about money. That's the Fatui name. What was their, and earlier, the traveler asked what was their crime.
Laundry? What does that have to do with Mora? And who are these figures? There are 10 of them?
Gonna smack you, Paimon.
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possesses a large amount of Mora obtained through illicit means. But it's easy to get caught when you're moving that kind of cash. So you cover your tracks, create a front to avoid detection, and what do you know? Your illegal Mora now looks completely legit. And this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Tevat, brings them back to Fontaine, and rebrands them as pieces of fine art, driving up their price in the process. Then, when the items go to auction, he buys them up at their inflated price with his own illicit funds. And through this exchange, the proceeds he receives in return are clean. This process allows him to legitimize his illicit wealth. He even launders Mora for other criminals as well, a business which earned him the title, the Dark Financier.
Consider your involvement. I'm guessing some of his collectibles are from Leeway.
That's to be expected, I suppose. In Chenyu Vale, you can get your hands on exquisite antiques without breaking the bank. Tea sets, porcelain, jade, statues, all easily marketed as pieces of fine art. Liyue goods being used in illicit underground schemes poses a real threat to our trade standing in the long run. So, instead of getting to enjoy my long-awaited vacation in Fontaine, it's back to work for me.
Okay, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's like moving Mora from one hand to the other. In other words, just disguising where it originally came from. But if you know what this merchant is up to, shouldn't it be pretty easy to catch him? You go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then nab him right as he goes to purchase his expensive piece of Liyue art.
Not a bad plan, Paimon. But there are too many loose ends. If you were the mastermind behind this whole scheme, would you really expose yourself as the face of the operation?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want to be seen doing the dirty work. You'd send someone else instead. Like, if Paimon was the bad guy, she'd send the Traveler.
Of course you would.
No, wait! Even if Paimon turned bad, the Traveler would never. Paimon would need, like, a group of minions or something. Oh, Paimon gets it now. Even if you track down the goods, if this dark financier guy isn't the one doing the buying at the auction, you won't catch him.
It's not just a matter of who's at the auction. You also have to source the goods, transport them back to Fontaine, get them to the auction house, none of which are tasks he performs himself. He has a whole crew to hide behind. Tracking down the goods is already complicated enough. They change hands so many times, the trail is almost impossible to follow. So the most logical course of action is to play the long game. You start small. You find someone you can follow behind all the smoke screens, who'll lead you straight back to the dark financier himself.
Which means you want them to overhear your conversation to make them think you let your guard down.
Well, wait, so you were just pretending? And to think, Paimon thought all that stuff about wrapping up the case and taking a break was actually true.
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith and Officer Edler, we managed to launch attacks on all of the Dark Financier's strongholds, which allowed us to nab most of his crew. Those spies just now were his most important agents, the two people he trusts to have direct contact with him. The first is Corday, a senior member of the Fontaine Antique Association, in charge of auctioning off the goods. And the other is Dodamani, a ship owner from Sumeru and longtime cargo transporter. They're under pressure to salvage the situation, so we let them slip through the cracks on purpose. The goal is to make them think that, by some stroke of luck, they're in the clear and have room to act. They think keeping tabs on Officer Edler will allow them to operate under her radar and get whatever remains of their goods out of Liyue. But little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her, I'll be secretly gathering the intel that's gonna bring them crashing down. So, interested in coming along for the ride? I'm curious how you take to this line of work. Could be some potential there.
Take down a criminal syndicate? I'm in.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're a part of it too. Let's do it! For Yelan, for the people of Chenyavale, and for, the Liyue business world.
I admire your selflessness, Traveler and Paimon. Let me be the one to look out for your self-interests then. Namely, your payment. How about we do this the Fontainian way? You'll get exactly what a top agent receives for a dangerous field mission. Getting started is always the hardest part, but luckily, I have a lead. The Dark Financier's crew is even more on guard than usual, so our best bet is to do some counter-surveillance to get on the right track. And I think I know just the place to start. Let's head northeast and see if I'm right.
Oh, damn. Okay. I guess we're just looking for evidence.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Oh,
Oh, I remember this.
All right, let's start our investigation here.
But you don't see any members of the Dark Financier crew or anything else suspicious about the area.
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness, right? Paimon doesn't see any bad guys to nab around here.
Have some patience, Paimon. It's not for nabbing bad guys, at least not yet. It's not time. Sorry.
Well, it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Like I said, we need to start small. If we want to track down the man himself, our best bet is to start with his goods. So right now, finding his stock is our #1 priority. And to do that, locating his hidden stronghold is imperative. Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
Huh, guess so. Paimon can see the port of Yelan Wharf, the boats in the distance, and some kind of tower. What's that for?
It's a lighthouse. The Millilith use it to monitor the situation at sea. In addition, the flashing of the light can also serve as a means of communication.
I think I understand what makes this place so important.
Oh? Let's hear it.
Spying on the Millilith helps with their operation.
Not too far off at all, traveler. The Millilith maintain an impeccable level of security in Shenyu Vale through consistent patrolling. This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their lighthouse signals and deduce their patterns of behavior, which is a huge help if you need to move goods under the radar. So we should be able to find traces of the Dark Financier's scouts in this area.
Oh, okay. Paimon doesn't quite follow, but she'll take your word for it.
It's simple. Just take this forensic imaging device and investigate the surrounding area. As long as we're meticulous, I'm positive we'll find something.
Aw, that's cool.
Well, all set?
I'm ready to investigate.
Remember, an eye for detail is key. Clues are often hidden in plain sight.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh. The ship is in. The ship isn't in. The ship is in an all position. Looks like it's been used recently. Oh, interesting. No? Aha. The mark of the firewood still looks fresh. Someone was cooking on it a few days ago. Let's see. Maybe there's evidence of this tree? Maybe these bird eggs are sus. I doubt it though. Has to be this, right? Yep. A small raised mound. Did the wave catch some of the loose soil? There's certainly something buried underneath. That's cool.
Some good finds. Whatever door this key opens could be critical to the investigation. And this carrier pigeon tube contains several coded messages.
Huh. So there really is evidence around here. It's like these guys aren't even afraid of getting caught. What if the Millilith noticed them spying and decided to investigate?
These objects suggest the Dark Financier's scouts were likely disguised as fishermen. People like that are trained not to crack under pressure. All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse, like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
Ugh. Paimon can just see their smug faces getting away with something like that.
The good news is we managed to find evidence here.
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active and wasn't among those caught by Officer Edler. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let them know we're still on their tail.
Yelan takes out an elaborate set of tools, create exact replicas of the key and coded message found at the scene. She then restores the scene to its original state, raising any signs that the investigation has taken place.
I had a hunch this area was being used as a lookout, and I was right. But that still leaves the question of where the goods are hidden. Any ideas?
Might be onto something. Surveillance operations are time sensitive, so if you need to send a message, it'll need to happen fast.
Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold your hand when it comes to deductive reasoning. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, the two locations should be close enough to deliver messages quickly. That means the base we're looking for should be within a certain radius, ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic.
That just leaves the shallows to the north of Mount Mingyuan?
That certainly sounds plausible. You have the cover of the mountains, and the advantage of hiding right under the authorities' noses. Well, our next destination is decided then. Let's go.
I did not think there was gonna be like a huge quest.
Is this our fate?
Boarded there. That's... Can't believe I got that achievement. I knew it was coming too.
And nothing out of the ordinary here, either.
If we learn anything from the last place, it has the more normal... Yeah, it's that the more normal it looks, the more it could be hiding.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you. The evidence could be even more well hidden this time. All set?
I'm ready to investigate.
All right. I know you have an eye for detail, so use it to your advantage.
I think I remember a streamer talking about how this place had nothing. Like, it was kind of boring, but now we got something to do. Which is funny. There has to be something here, right? These are a piece of a crate? They look new. Maybe the crate broke while being moved. Aha. There's a lamp hanging from the tree branch. I knew it. Someone must have been working here in the dead of night. That's a very tiny detail. I'm just wondering what else could be like a potential item. Still think the boat has something. It doesn't look like it. Oh. You gotta find something that's different. Interesting. Oh, look at that. They're helping me. Huh. Sorry about that. The rock's not where it used to be. It was like it was covering something. Really? Oh, it makes sense because it was next to this. So from up here, tree branch looks alright. Oh, the tree branch moved, right? Has to be. No? Oh, come on, really? Hold on. Huh. I guess it kinda makes sense. There are numerous footprints around the shallow and signs of something heavy being dragged into the grass. It's clear someone moved something through here.
This must be it! The secret base where they stashed their goods! Definitely wasn't easy to find.
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. I see your potential as a solo field agent, Traveler. Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. Let's see what surprises could be in store. This isn't their home turf, so I doubt they had time to set more traps. Should make our lives easier. I'll take it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but the Traveler can do anything. She's got your back!
I trust Yelan's timing. I doubt these guys will come back while we're here.
Good point. Yelan doesn't make mistakes like that.
Yelan opens the door to the stronghold and observes the space. This would be a unordinary cellar. Due to the construction difficulties, the top and side walls couldn't be completely sealed, causing water from the soil to seep into the space. Noticing this, Yelan covered her hands in a thin sheer of hydro. This means she can touch the item in the space without leaving traces behind, because the water from her hands will vaporize over time. Finally, Yelan enters the stronghold and begins to examine the item sealed within.
Alright, that's done. I've noted the features of all the porcelain items, vases, and teas stored here. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then, we can let them lead us to our main target.
Wow, that was fast! You must do that all the time, huh?
What now? What's our next move?
Now, we wait. There are countless auctions in Fontaine. We can't possibly monitor them all. Besides, that would be a waste of personnel. I'll continue to conduct surveillance in the area, keep tabs on the situation, and attempt to decipher their coded messages. Once his two lackeys move the goods, we can shift our focus to the upcoming auction. And then, we'll have somewhere to start.
Got it! All we can do now is wait. Wait, and then follow them straight to the guy behind this whole thing so we can give him the old 1-2 punch!
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her two stalkers on a wild goose chase around Chaoying village. Once they decide it was all a waste of time, It's her turn to tail them instead. Not to mention our operation has already put them under extreme pressure. We've forced their hand. I doubt they'll last more than 2 days before making a move. So let's meet back up at Yelan Wharf in 2 days. Find me near the harbor.
Well, it's been 2 days. Let's go meet up with Yelan.
I'm wondering if
Oh! Paimon's getting excited! Searching for evidence, tracking down a crime boss. It's like being a real detective!
wonder if I should leave. Yeah, 'cause it looks like there's 3 more.
Well done, you two. Right on time.
How's the case coming along? Any development?
The day after we infiltrated the storage facility, the Dark Financier's 2 lackeys, Corday and Dodamani, started moving the goods. See that ship? It's the one Dodamani dispatched to transport the goods. It operates under the guise of a joint passenger and freight vessel.
Whoa! That's one huge boat! Paimon can see all the goods piled up on the pier. Seems like it's transporting quite a few passengers to Lumidus Harbor as well.
What if those aren't the real goods though? Should we investigate them just in case?
Thinking 2 steps ahead? I like it. You're a fast learner. If Corday and Dodamani think the authorities are onto them, it's possible the goods they're sending to Lumidus Harbor are a whole bunch of nothing. Just bait to flush out the law enforcement on their tail. But we need to be careful. Several members of the crew have confessed that a veteran treasure hoarder known as Scamface is involved with the Dark Financier. As an escaped convict, Scamface is a master of staying hidden. Based on our earlier investigation, it's clear he's the one who's been doing reconnaissance on the Millilith's lighthouse. I'll circle the area to draw Scamface's attention away from the scene, while you two inspect the goods. Remember to keep a low profile.
Understood. I'll keep it stealthy.
Yeah! And Paimon will do her best to float closer to the ground. No higher than the traveler's shoulder.
That'll be fun to watch.
All set?
I'm ready to go.
All right. We'll meet back up here once you're done.
Okay.
So much cargo in today. Back.
Oh, gotta match it to this. Oh, so this should be pretty easy. What's with this mark? It looks like someone deliberately painted it here. Something's wrong. Let's try and find the rest of these marks. Okay. Alright. 5 more to go. I guess they could be anywhere, right? Yep. Very well hidden. Oh, that one was pretty good. There has to be one up here, right? Maybe it's behind here. Nah, it's too small to be one. I was like, this could be on the ship. Man, just gotta find a mark. Eventually it'll tell me if I take too long. That was my fault. Oh. I thought I got that one. Or maybe I just happened to see it.
Okay, so no fakes. These people are definitely anxious to get their goods to Fontaine all in one go. But did you see the strange markings on some of them? Huh, wonder what they mean. Let's go ask Yelan!
Good work. As for the auction, Officer Edler was able to gather some useful intel too. We're almost certain their target is the auction taking place at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days. The markings you managed to capture were applied with a special kind of paint, almost impossible to notice without some kind of specialized tech, like the forensic imaging device. I think we're looking at a treasure hoarder insignia. Each big shot in the organization has their own, almost like a personal signature. And considering what we know about the case, I'd wager this is Scamface's handiwork.
So he's labeling the goods, but why? What message he's trying to send?
Based on the port manifest, it looks like the marked goods include fertilizer from Sumeru, local fireworks, soap, and perfume.
So, nothing special then? Just some farming products and everyday necessities?
Fertilizer, soap, and perfume. No, there's something going on there. Might be risky, but I'm gonna investigate on board and hitch a ride to Fontaine while I'm at it.
You made it this far, we'll come with you.
Yeah! Let's see this thing through! Paimon's gotta know what's going on here.
Well, you've proved yourself so far, so I don't see a problem with that. Just know once we board the ship, we're bound to come face to face with Corday and Dodamani. So make sure you're prepared. The investigation might look a little different this time.
Excuse me, passengers. Due to limited space in the cargo hold, we've been forced to store some of the goods on the deck. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Ah, please, no need to apologize for your success in business. I just hope it rubs off on the rest of us.
It looks like all the goods marked with Scamface's insignia have Corday listed as the shipper. Dodamani is in the cargo hold, likely making sure all the goods are in place for delivery.
Are they inspecting something? Why are they rifling through the boxes? Paimon can't make sense of it.
Here, take this cipher. It should help you figure out their coded messages. This is the plan. While I distract Corday and Dodamani, you two investigate the goods marked with Scamface's insignia. We might learn something useful.
If I find something concerning, is it okay if I deal with it right then and there?
By all means. I trust your judgment.
Huh? Wait! You're just gonna go up and talk to those guys? Yelan!
Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, but have we met? You're Mr. Corday, a famous antique collector in the Quartier Lyonnais, correct? I believe the three of us have had the pleasure of meeting once before, at Jiuguan Tea House in Yilong Wharf, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh? You...
Ah, the Dice Master of Yenshang Tea House. It's a pleasure, Miss Yelan.
Oh, so you've heard of me too?
Yes, I had an absolutely delectable cup of tea there once. One can hardly leave Yenshang Tea House without hearing about your legendary dice skills. I suppose something keeps bringing us together. A shared love of tea, perhaps?
Yes, that must be it. Well, looks like we ran into each other at the perfect time. I'm heading to Fontaine on vacation, you see. Any recommendations on where I should visit? Someplace I could find an exquisite tea set, perhaps. Like a fine art exhibition, or an auction. I hear Fontainian black tea has a unique flavor. I imagine your tea sets are a sight to behold as well.
You...
Ah, does this gentleman have an interest in tea sets as well?
Of course. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Yelan. I'm also heading to Fontaine for travel. Corday's invitation, you see. In fact, I'm the one who owns this ship.
Yep. Yelan is actually talking to them. Are we sure that's a good idea?
We don't have much time. She's giving us an opening. Let's use it.
All right. Then let's go somewhere out of their line of sight so we can start investigating those boxes. What's with the strong smell coming from these boxes? Must be a bunch of stuff mixed together. And there's a strange note. But Paimon can't read what it says.
It's written in code. Luckily, we have a cipher.
Yelan really thinks of everything, huh? But, you know how to use this thing, right?
A formula made by mixing certain substances, not very complicated, but the steps are rendered in great detail. By mixing the three main ingredients in the prescribed proportion and specified order, the desensitization effect is significantly reduced, allowing small fireworks to function as detonators. Install them in the location shown, then use a timer to control the explosive timing, such that the ship hull may be destroyed in open water. Sink their goods so they can't take part in the auction. After that, investigate forces of both Fontaine and Leeway. After that, the investigating forces of both Fontaine and Leeway will focus their attention on me. Don't worry, the boss won't pay us out. Evacuate on your own, then pour your heart into acting out how grateful you are to have miraculously survived. Wait out the heat for 6 months, then move to finish this matter. All you need to do is bury the 15 million mora the boss promised at the 7th century post. No need to contact me. Damn, that's a lot of money.
Well, what does it say?
If I'm right, they're planning to dispose of the goods by blowing up the ship.
Blowing up the ship? Are they nuts? Paimon thought this was about getting the authorities off their tails, not drawing even more attention.
Scapface needs to protect the person at the top, so he's diverting attention to even bigger problems and cutting off all our leads in the process.
Okay, Yelan was right. This guy is a complete lunatic. There are innocent people on this ship. We need to find and disarm those bombs as soon as possible.
Yelan distraction is holding. This is our chance, but we need to hurry. Let's act now. Okay. Alright. Sorry. God darn it. I'm gonna kill you. Okay. So I don't need the camera. Let's see. It's up there. Alright, Zoe.
I'm tired already.
Okay. There's one over here. Huh. I thought it would be here, but oh, there it is. There's gonna be one up here, right? Yep. And one up here. Nice.
Alright, that's all the bombs on the deck. What about the cargo hold? Do we have enough time?
Already taken care of.
Good job, Yelan.
Good work, you two. You stayed calm and acted fast. That was the perfect response to a situation like this.
Yelan! Honestly, it's all thanks to you. It was your idea to board the ship, and we never would have been able to figure out that message without your cipher. Wait a sec. We're at Corday and Dodamani.
Recovering from the shock, I would imagine. Suddenly finding out that you're being targeted by a dangerous individual. That must have been quite the ordeal for you, gentlemen. Almost lost your cargo and your lives in one fell swoop.
Indeed. To think such evil exists in this world. I can scarcely imagine what I did to offend this fellow. Resorting to murder like this. It's quite unfathomable.
Well, no need to fear. I'll alert the Maison Gardiennage at once and ask them to send agents to Lumidus Harbor. The two of you are clearly in need of protection. Your cargo will also need to be handed over to the authorities for inspection, Mr. Corday, just to eliminate any remaining hazards. After which, the Maison Gardiennage will escort it all to its intended destination, of course. So, if I may, where are your goods heading, Mr. Corday?
To the Hotel de Boer for an auction in 2 days.
Ah, then rest assured. The Maison Gardiennage is full of diligent and responsible personnel. You can trust that your goods will arrive at the auction without a scratch.
Our sincerest thanks.
At some time, the ship safely docked at Lumidor's harbor. In the meantime, you tell Yelan about the note. Looks like they got caught.
Oh, you scared the life out of Paimon, Yelan. Going right up to them like that? What if they caught on and decided to, try something desperate?
It's not a question of if, Paimon. I'm sure they caught on. But in the interest of their own survival, they had no choice but to play along. Now we can be sure the Dark Financier is getting desperate. The stint on the ship? That was him trying to cut his losses to save his own skin. He needs to get rid of anything that could be traced back to him. So, you blow up the ship. You send the goods meant for the auction straight to the bottom of the sea, and let Scamface take the heat. The last thing he wanted was for the goods to make it to the auction, but now we've ensured that they will. So he has no choice but to follow through. He could choose not to send one of his agents to the auction, and let his goods go to an unsuspecting buyer instead. But remember, their worth is inflated. It would only be a matter of time before the buyer realized the valuation was off and reported it to the authorities. As the seller, Corday would be staring down a potential conviction. At best, the Dark Financier has to find a new kind of moral laundering scheme. At worst, he loses one of his last reliable agents in Fontaine.
And if he does decide to continue with the auction, that also works in our favor.
Exactly. Our trail of evidence remains intact, and we let the buyer at the auction lead us closer to the Dark Financier.
Okay, that means,
Don't worry. I'm sure the Traveler will explain it again in Paimon-friendly language.
No, I won't.
We're in the home stretch, and taking advantage of this auction is crucial. So come prepared to see this through. Officer Edler already has an informant stationed at the scene. This invitation letter will get you into the auction. I'll meet you at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days.
Oh, this must be... Yeah, no discovering the remains of Bakunawa. Let's read it. My 14 paused to rest. I don't know whether it's day or night. There's no wind. I thought I was gonna die. The monster ate my left hand and chunked out my lower back. My medicine supplies I dropped are unknowns where, so there are no treating my wounds either. But today, as it turns out, is my lucky day. I didn't expect to meet a man here. Call himself Notch, and he used a flower that blossomed among the ashes to stop my bleeding. He even warned me about getting close to the beasts, because they would eat even their own kind. I asked him where he was from. He said he come from a place called Tenochtzitoc, but that's not his hometown, strangely. He doesn't remember where he was born, or who I am to question him. Notch left without taking a risk. He said he was running out of time. He warned me to head back before it was too late. With my body as it now, it might be too late already. I am prepared. I know this is my last adventure. I swear to use every last drop of blood in my body to uncover the secret of this place. As sure I am the great adventurer Stan Lee. Hans, so long as you make it back to Mondstadt safely, my effort has not been in vain. If a day should come when another member of the guild returns here, I hope they can find the records I left behind. Ad Astra Applesauce. Wait, wasn't this Stanley the great adventurer from Venti story quest? Because there was this guy who was pretending to be him. Interesting. So this is from the great adventurer Stan Lee? But he met somebody named Notch. That reminds me. Sounds familiar. I know. I should ask someone. I shouldn't ask. I know who to ask. This part can be a short stream too.
Alright, time to meet back up with Yelan. Our destination? A very important auction at the Hotel de Boer. This is our chance to catch the culprit behind this whole scheme.
I forgot we're not in that one. I was about to turn this slowly.
Good evening, patrons. Allow me to escort you to the auction.
Oh, Paimon's getting a little nervous. But we gotta keep it together. This is our best chance to catch these guys. Wow! This place is packed! Is every rich person in Fontaine here or something?
Of course it is, Paimon. Dummy. It is an auction.
Oh, wait! The people we're after are hiding here too! It's time to get serious. Paimon knows just the thing!
Paimon, really?
What? It's not like we're rich like the rest of these people. We need a little something to blend in. Besides, if we're here as honest, hard-working detectives, we might as well look the part.
I want a pair of detective glasses too.
Too bad. Paimon doesn't have another. But she'll help you make one once this is all over. An even cooler pair.
Oh, that's super cool.
Well, you two seem raring to go. Good to see you're not nervous. But remember, the key to blending into an event like this is remaining calm and collected. Slow your breathing, tone down the emotion. We don't want to stand out.
Yelan? It is you, right? It must be you.
I don't think we're the ones who need to worry about keeping a low profile. Next to the most dazzling lady in the room, who'll be invisible.
Well, I am the current owner of the Genshin Tea House after all, as well as an honored guest at this auction. So, I thought something with more of a Fontainian flair might be nice. A special outfit for a special occasion. Why? Does it look bad?
It looks good.
No, not at all.
You look great. It's perfect.
All right. Well, let the vacation begin. We have an auction to crash. You two are expert investigators at this point. With us working together, I'd say our chances of success are stacked higher than the cake towers in the Hotel de Boer.
We sure make a great team. But now that we're at the auction, what's our actual game plan?
This time your mission is simple. Take this dossier and pay attention to the items being auctioned. When the Dark Financier's antiques are up, all you need to do is bid. We want to drive up the price and create a bidding frenzy.
Wait, so we get to actually take part in the auction?
Can we bid however much we want?
Thoughtless bidding usually leads to a warning, or even disqualification. But the special account you two will be using during the bidding has no credit limit. So you can drive up the price as high as you want. The more chaos we create, the better. The Dark Financier knows we're on his tail, so I highly doubt he sent one of his trusted agents here. The buyer is likely someone disposable, a scapegoat of sorts. After the incident with the ship, several buyers registered for the auction at the last minute. They're all wearing special pins, signifying them as tea aficionados. Our target should be among them.
Interesting.
And I'm sure he's terrified, because if a different buyer develops an interest in one of their inflated goods and wins the bid, it's game over for both Corday and the Dark Financier. Not to mention the buyer has limited funds at his disposal. The Dark Financier likes to work in small sums at a time, so his scapegoat can't go too overboard with the bidding.
Got it. We need to put pressure on them. The more desperate they get, the better.
Okay, so complicated stuff aside, the point is, they have a plan, and our goal is to mess it up. If Paimon was in their shoes, that would make her pretty nervous too.
There's seating reserved for special guests on the second floor. I'll be up there during the bidding to keep an eye on things, and to see if anyone starts to squirm. One thing going wrong might not be enough to slip him up, but target him again and again, and trust me, he'll feel the heat. Once the auction is over, we'll find somewhere secluded to corner the buyer and have a nice little chat.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. It won't let you down.
Yeah! We're on a winning streak, and we're not about to let up.
Sorry, that popping noise. And that one too. The time is right. I should start investigating. It's gonna be down here? I guess so, huh? 50 million Mora. Interesting. A nervous gentleman. He's displaying the badge very prominently. $18 million. You're crazy, buying one. Aha. The lady's wearing one of those badges, but there's nothing too suspicious about her outfit or demeanor. I mean, she could be it. Oh, hello. I have no choice. 21 million. A buyer with a badge. This one doesn't seem to stand out in any way. So it could be the first one I looked up. Ah. A regular commentator or publication like the Steambird, this affluent connoisseur with a fine artistic taste and the fixture of the auction house scene. However, their unusual late appearance at this particular auction raised some questions. A lavish dressed lady, based on her intel, she is a well-known figure within Fontaine fashion world. A regular at fashion exhibit and event, and the avid collector of unique accessories and trinkets. Record shows that she has participated in some auctions multiple times before. She seems like good corporate collector with a low-profile bidding style who has appeared several times at important auctions. Although they haven't been attending auctions as frequently as before. Their bids are always focused on the most precious of pieces. Yeah, I thought so. Not much sense. Yeah. I knew it was him. It's that comment that Yelan said. That I figured it was this guy.
He's acting strange, and there's something off with his attire. No mistake, that's our guy. His tea aficionado pin is a special color, most likely to make it easier for Corday to keep tabs on him and the situation as a whole.
Oh. I didn't even know about that.
Which means the two don't know each other well at all. That's something we can use to our advantage.
I didn't even notice his was different than the other two. Once the auction is over, you all meet up at the Hotel de Bois. Officer Eller arrives with a new double agent in tow. After checking the list of auction participants, you're able to confirm his identity. He turns out to be an ordinary clerk who ran into some financial trouble. Perhaps desperation was what drove him to take such a risk. After exchanging information and a brief discussion, settle.
Wow, I can't believe I won the bid for this antique painted vase. Should be a wonderful addition to my home decor.
Did you see those tea sets from Chenyu Vale? People were bidding on them left and right. My goodness, those final numbers. Far too high for my pocketbook.
This was not how it was meant to go. Where did those two come from?
Whatever your employer is offering you, the Maison Gardiennage will double it.
You! I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that so? Well, you might be interested to know that this hitman over here is also on a need-to-know basis. If the person wearing the blue pin loses their bid, find somewhere secluded and eliminate them. All he can do is follow orders, I suppose.
Eliminate?
You lucked out, kid. Getting cornered by the law just saved your life.
No, this can't be happening. The boss said that even if I got sent to the fortress of Meropide, all I had to do was keep my mouth shut and he would find a way to get me out. And he even paid me $3 million in advance. On that alone, I could get my wife the best medicine, help her hang on for a few more years. But then, one auction goes wrong. Just one. And what? He's afraid I'm gonna talk? So now I'm just collateral damage?
You're risking your life to do this guy's dirty work and pad his pockets with even more cash. Compared to what he's making, what you get in return are nothing but the scraps.
I've got at least 70 people just like you locked up in the Maison Gardiennage. Need them to tell you where this ends?
No need. I'm guessing you're offering me a way out. What do you need me to do, officer?
All you need to do is arrange a meeting with your boss and have a little chat.
My boss, he's extremely careful about that kind of thing. I've only met him 3 times, to pick up the advance, to go over the plan, and to get the funds for the auction. The best I can do is take you to the place I'm supposed to deliver the goods. There's a certain method I can use to get in contact with him in case of emergencies.
All right then. But first, we need to search your home for evidence related to the case.
Phew! Mission accomplished. You managed to get through to him so fast, Yelan. Paimon almost couldn't believe it.
Well, he was already nervous and uncertain. All it took was a sincere negotiation. Once I laid his interests out on the table, it didn't take much for him to realize he stands to gain more with us than his boss. Plus, we had some very convincing performances to help seal the deal. Especially you, officer. You make an excellent hitman.
Well, it's been a while since I've gotten to tap into a villain like that. Thought I could have pushed it a little more, honestly.
Are you kidding? Paimon felt like she was face to face with one of our bad guys of the week.
I knew it was a fake, and I still felt myself testing up.
Well, what's next, Yelan? Want me to go after Corday or Dodamani?
The Sumeru authorities have Dodamani covered. They're just waiting on our signal, and they'll nab him once he makes it back to Beta Harbor. The Millilith are pursuing Scamface, so that just leaves Corday. Tail him, but be sure to keep your distance. We don't want him to tip anyone off.
You got it. I love it when a plan comes together like this.
All right then. We'll reconvene 12 hours from now, when our new double agent will lead us into the Lion's Den. It's time for the Dark Financier to face the music.
Oh, I remember this place. No regrets.
All right, this is where the boss told me to bring the goods. This area is full of apartments and warehouses for rent. The Maison Gardiennage came through not too long ago to keep trouble off the streets. I guess boss thinks it's safer to operate right under their noses. Now, to arrange an emergency meeting, we need to activate a series of mechanisms to send him a signal. But to tell you the truth, I have no idea how to activate them. The only hint boss gave was that the code had something to do with colors. Maybe he was planning to give me more information after the auction, but that plan fell through, obviously.
Paimon was hoping it would be smooth sailing at this point. But no, of course. There's yet another obstacle. Well, after all the investigating it took us to get this far, figuring out what to do with these mechanisms should be a piece of cake.
If all goes to plan, this should be the last phase of the investigation. It's a shame, I know. But all good things must come to an end.
Detective, I wanted to ask. Since I've cooperated with the investigation and all, do you think I'll get a lighter sentence?
That's for the Maison Gardiennage and the court to decide. But I think your attitude will work in your favor.
I'm glad I came to my senses when I did. Otherwise, I'd be done for sure.
If all goes to plan, this should be the... All right. Then let's see those detective skills in action.
I said let's not go to waste. I'm ready. Use a photo to locate the coded clues. Compared to the image with the current state of area should give you enough to lure the enemy into a trap. Oh, the flower. The image shows a pot of Sumeru rose. Wasn't Dadamani a Sumeru native? Something fishy here. Uh-oh. Then we got full. Ah, there's this. There are tea leaves from Jinyu Ale too. Looks to be leftover good from the transaction. Based on the image, there should have been a barcode here. The color signal is clear as day. What? No? Okay. Oh, there's another one here. Oh, something happened here. The blue lotus turned into something else. Oh, the flower in the background. Yep.
All right, the mechanisms have been activated. Now, all we have to do is wait for our target to take the bait.
You know what? For some strange reason, Paimon's not nervous at all.
My dear Monsieur Diderot, here to make excuses for your complete failure at the auction? Or to fish for a bigger cut?
He looks cool.
Accidents happen, of course. What I care about is whether you have the spine to deal with the consequences.
So you do believe in consequences. Seems a bit ironic, coming from the likes of you.
Oh? A trap, I presume. I've set a fair share of those myself. I suppose it's about time I stumbled into one set by someone else. No matter. Sometimes you take a chance on someone who turns out to be a disappointment. It's happened before. It's not easy to earn the dark financier Rovere Pelliccia's respect, but I must say, you three detectives are a force to be reckoned with. I suppose congratulations are in order. 6 months of planning and execution was all it took to take down a Mora laundering organization decades in the making. I have to hand it to the Fontaine and Liyue authorities. Your operation really has been a roaring success.
Why is the Dark Financier so polite? Not the kind of crime boss Paimon was expecting.
It's over. You better come quietly.
Oh, do be serious. You thought you'd corner me, and then what? I just surrender?
If you want to do this the easy way, then yes. You know you're out of options.
For 2 months, I've watched you and Officer Edler dismantle my organization piece by piece. As you cut off my limbs, gouged out my eyes, deafened my ears. I was helpless to stop it.
So you're planning on taking us down with you, is that it? Never heard that one before.
My livelihood is in tatters, Agent Yelan. Hundreds I had working under me, hundreds. And now, they're either locked up or useless. Corday is the only one who still has some value. My Mora laundering days are over, we both know that. And considering how your operation's been progressing, it was only a matter of time before you locked on to me. I'm usually one to quit while I'm ahead, but you see, there's only so much a man can lose before he starts to get rather angry. So, Agent Yelan, even if the only score I get to settle here today is ending your precious life, well, that's a high I'll ride straight to the bank.
Ah! Clockwork Mecha! Paimon takes back what she said! This isn't very polite at all!
An old military model. Bet these go for big bucks on the black market. You two have been a huge help, but this fight is mine. 'Cause as it so happens, he isn't the only one who has a score to settle here. If he wants to bring on the drama, then I'm more than happy to give him a show.
Really? By yourself, Yelan?
Quietly now.
Not to say, this is dangerous.
Gotcha! Game's up. Fun's over. Busted!
Damn.
Gotcha! Here comes the catch. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Unbelievable. You've bested me, fair and square.
Any last words? Perhaps a bit too dramatic, isn't it? I'd rather not give a soapbox to a piece of scum like you. No, I think I'll say my piece instead. You can pretend to have seen the error of your ways, but it doesn't matter, because you're going to rot in prison for the rest of your life. And every moment of every day you'll be cursing the greed that put you there. Every coin of dirty money that you've pocketed over the years is just another nail in your coffin. And all you'll be able to do is curl up in the corner of your cell like a dying animal and waste away whatever remains of your pathetic life.
Damn.
You're not a detective, no. You're some kind of demon.
If you knew what's good for you, you'd have walked away from this fight. But it's too late for that now. After 6 months of hard work, I finally get to tick off the mission accomplished box at the end of the case file. Take this guy back to the court of Fontaine to stand trial. Don't let him try anything. With any luck, we'll get to send him off to prison before the day is out. Oh, Miss Yelan, Traveler, Paimon. As a personal thanks for all your help, you deserve half of the bonus I'm getting for this case. I will also request that the Maison Gardiennage extend our utmost thanks to our partners in Liyue.
I appreciate the sentiment, Officer Edler, but that's too kind. I was just doing my job. I can't, in good conscience, accept even a single Mora. I'll have to pass up any invitations for banquets or tea tastings as well. If you want to reward someone for going above and beyond during this operation, it should be the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, it wasn't anything special. Well, if you insist.
Wow. Paimon's had her detective cap on for so long, analyzing all those clues and trying to uncover their schemes, that her brain hurts. But at the same time, she feels smarter than before. Maybe Paimon really does have what it takes to be a real detective.
Well, if you're interested in this line of work, we're heading to the Maison Gardiennage to get a confession out of these guys. Did you want to tag along?
You really mean it? Yes! 100% yes! Oh, is that okay, Traveler? Paimon's gonna go with Officer Edler and learn some cool new detective skills! Who knows? Maybe they'll come in handy someday.
Go ahead and have fun. Who better to watch over you than a police officer?
All right! Then let's rendezvous outside the Palais Memonia!
Well, both our lives can get back to normal now, Traveler. After talking about it for so long, I finally have the chance to enjoy a real vacation. Mind humoring me for a bit, Traveler?
Okay. I'll be delighted. Ooh, I wonder if it's still gonna be about Regrader. Because Regrader was in Ali's story quest. And Yelan's story quest. I think there's one more, but I can't remember. Dog.
What a nice night. Fresh from maritime flowers, fragrant perfume from the shop on the corner, the rich aroma of coffee beans, all blended together in the night breeze. Makes for quite the relaxing atmosphere. If only we were on a rooftop terrace somewhere, enjoying a few glasses of sparkling wine and getting pleasantly tipsy.
Hey, you're on vacation now. Why not? Users do celebrate. Let's cheer to a job well done.
All right, then let's look for a place to stop. I wonder what special drinks the hidden taverns of this city offer.
What I just said was gibberish. Sorry. Like in the beginning.
Oh, but first, I wanted to head to the Confrérie of Cabriere before it closes. Mind helping me pick out some perfume to go with this outfit?
Sorry about that, my bro.
I also heard about the intricate timepieces, clockwork furnishings, and fine jewelry you can get around here. There should be quite a few souvenirs worth perusing.
The longer you work, the more you want to spend. Alright, I'm down for a shopping spree.
Well, with the most cultured traveler in all of Teyvat by my side, I should take advantage of this opportunity. I'm counting on you not to steer me wrong.
Oh, it's that fashion girl, I think. Or I'm wrong. Could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, because it's upstairs, actually.
I'm satisfied. This has been a nice trip abroad. A very nice trip indeed. I wish I could take my time, maybe extend my stay a few more days. No one likes to be rushed on vacation.
Wait, I thought you were going to enjoy your time off.
It can't be helped. Duty calls. I still have to write up a formal report on the case and develop a more sophisticated cargo inspection system. Then I'm off to the location of my next assignment. Nodcry.
I knew it. That's where Paimon and I are headed next too. Has something happened? Your business there urgent?
No, nothing like that. Just meeting an intelligence partner to decide on a mutually beneficial agreement going forward, and to set some boundaries.
Oh. It might be Varco.
I'll fill you in later. For now, why don't we take a picture together to commemorate this exciting trip to Fontaine?
And you taking me under your wing, and the success of our operation.
That's right. After this, I know I can trust you to have my back, Traveler. Or should I say, Agent. I say we put the forensic imaging device to use one last time to take this picture. Perhaps we'll cross paths in Notcry. If so, I hope this collaboration was just the first of many.
Aww. A keepsake photo with Leon. It's probably up here, I bet. There it is. Aww. That's so cool. Oh, okay. Fontaine music is beautiful. Alright. Like I said, this is definitely a first stream. Thank you guys for whoever is watching, and anyone who watches after the stream. It was a good trip. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Another busy day is coming to a close.